Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. I am a styling, skincare, hair care, self-care enthusiast. I don't have any training in anything. I just have people ask me questions sometimes, so I decided to start a YouTube channel to share my thoughts. So I just wanted to do a quick video because I've gotten some new products into my rotation lately and I just wanted to tell everybody about them. This is not sponsored in any way. Nobody is paying me to say these things. These are just products that I found really work for me and I'm going to tell you about them and sort of why. So first thing, I ordered the, what is this? Youth to the People, their regular superfood cleanser, which I really like, and my boyfriend really likes it as well. So I ordered a new container of that, and then you could get a sample if you wanted to of this new product of theirs, which is the Papaya and Vitamin C Ginger Root Lactic Acid Exfoliate and Brighten Superfruit Cleanser. Goodness. So I got a sample of this, and I have to say that I love it, and I want to tell you why I love it. So, first things first, when you go on Sephora and you look at the reviews for this product, you're going to see people that say, this is way too much for my sensitive skin, this burns, and I'm sure it does burn for some people, frankly. But I think what is happening for at least some of them is that they're using way too much of the product. So you have to use about only a dime size of this product. This is also a significantly smaller container than the regular superfood cleanser, the green one, and I think it's because you actually use less when you're using it. And you have to really dilute it nicely to get it to foam up with the water. And then you have to really use your fingers, the pads of your fingers, to kind of scrub your face with the cleanser. And you can, like, I know I can feel, I always have, like, my skin down here gets a little bit rough at the end of the day because that's where, like, impurities gather in my face or something. I don't even know. But, you know, when I use an exfoliator, I always focus sort of down here because this seems to be where a lot of that is. And so as I do that with this cleanser, even though there's not a lot of cleanser, I can feel everything going away. And with regular water, that doesn't happen, right? So you just have to make sure that you use the cleanser properly. Make sure you're using just a dime size amount of it and really, you know, diluting it and foaming it up with the water. So I was looking for something that could exfoliate a bit around my eyes because you're never supposed to use exfoliators around your eyes, like masks or scrubs or anything like that. You're not supposed to use them there, but like there's still skin there. And I've noticed that like underneath my eyes, my milia get worse if I don't do something to exfoliate. And then also what was happening, I think it's completely disappeared now, but I had two little spots of like dermatitis or something right here. They were matching. It was like I had like a butterfly or something with the mirror image issues of what was happening. So I had two little pink patches of dry skin right here, which I've had before. And so I'm like, how do I exfoliate around my eyes? Because you're not supposed to use anything around your eyes. So I do sometimes use my makeup remover cloth, the Magic Eraser makeup remover cloth thing, and I'll use that around my eyes. But I don't really want to rub like that. I think that's kind of harsh. So this is, I think, is a really great in between of exfoliating because it will the lactic acid and the you know everything else that's in here is going to get rid of that dead skin from a chemical perspective. And again, if you dilute it enough, you have to dilute it. You have to use your fingers. You have to be gentle. You have to scrub a good amount of time. But if you do it correctly, then I find that as a person that I wouldn't say I have sensitive skin. Sometimes it gets like a little something, but I wouldn't call it sensitive. I think this works really, really well for me to exfoliate around my eyes. So that makes me really happy. And I really like this cleanser a lot. So I went out and I bought the full size of it because Lord knows I need something else in my bathroom here. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about is going to be this Kosas BB Burst tinted something. What is this? Tinted gel cream. All right. So my absolute favorite CC cream, BB cream, whatever you want to call it, I think it's a CC cream actually, is from Supergoop. And it was I can't remember the full name of it, but basically what happened is they discontinued the one that I use all the time, and they came out with another product that online the reviews are terrible. Nobody seems to like it. It doesn't seem to work well. It has completely different texture. I haven't actually tried it yet, so I guess I could give it a shot, but I was very sad that my Supergoop CC cream was basically discontinued. So I'm like, I want to find something to replace it. And so I don't like a super ton of coverage on my face. I basically want it to look like I'm not wearing anything. That's just like the shtick that I have. And so especially when I put stuff over here on the sides of my face, or when I use foundation, like I can see everything. Every foundation I use tends to emphasize the texture that I have on my face, whether it's the actual skin texture that it's emphasizing, or if it's like the little hairs and stuff that are on the sides of my face. And I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. And I know Like when I got my makeup done for my my photo shoot, my pinup photo shoot that I won a couple of years ago, the makeup artist there was like, well, think about drag queens when they put on makeup. You know, they have the 5 o'clock shadow, and they're usually pushing in the makeup. They're not like rubbing it. They're not using an airbrushing situation. They're taking, you know, a poof or something, and they're pushing it into their skin, and that's how you don't end up seeing the texture. I do not have the time for that. I don't want to do that every day. I want a 3-minute routine, and I want to be done. So I want something that I can put in my fingers and go like this, and there it is, and it's done. So this BB cream seems to work pretty well. There's a couple little issues with it. 1 squirt of this is enough. Pretty much, I focus on like the middle of my face so then it diffuses as it kind of goes out. I have a little redness on my nose, on my chin, on my cheeks, and I also put a little bit under my eyes because I have hereditary under eye darkness. And so it does seem to work pretty well for that. The texture's a little strange. It almost feels like it's separated when you take it out of the, like when you actually use the pump and you see it on your fingers. It looks like it's a little separated or something. That's the burst situation. The biggest problem I have with it is that it smells like pollen. It smells, to me, it smells exactly like it makes me want to sneeze every time I smell it because it's a very, very, very flowery, pollen-y, naturey smell. My boyfriend says it's a little bit more of a natural smell than like some of my perfumes and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well that's great, but it makes me want to sneeze every time I use it. But I still use it. I still like it. I'd probably repurchase it. I don't remember it being like, I know it's under $40. I don't think it's under 30. And so it's not like hideous for this kind of product at Sephora. But the actual product that made me want to like truly do this little video for everybody is a product that I've used before, but never in this particular way exactly. So when I got these little red marks here on my eyes, I sent a text message to my mom and I was like, look at what I have in my eyes. This is annoying. And she goes, well, why don't you make an appointment with your dermatologist? I love my dermatologist. I have no problems going to my dermatologist, but also like, why do I want to spend, $150 or whatever to go to the dermatologist when I could just try a couple things here first and see what happens. So last time I had this, because this is now the second time that I've had one of these things above my eyes, this is what the dermatologist recommended that she gave me a sample of Vanicream. It was a little tiny sample, and I thought this was like a super fancy cream of some kind. I thought it was going to be like a prescription. I don't know what I thought it was going to be. So I used that sample and I put it specifically on the little patch of dermatitis, and it definitely helped and made it, help make it go away. So I figured I was at my friend's house not too long ago for dinner, and I saw she had this like big giant container. This is not like an optical illusion. This is a big container of Vanicream, and it was just sitting there, and I was like, wait a minute, can I just order this somewhere? So I went online. And I went on Amazon, which I am trying to order from Amazon less, but I went on Amazon and I look up Vanicream. This ginormous container is, I think it was less than $15. And so the thing with Vanicream is that it's free of dyes, fragrance, masking fragrance, lanolin, parabens, and formaldehyde releasers. It's gluten-free. It's for sensitive skin. It's accepted by the National Eczema Foundation. It's dermatologist tested. So basically, it's like the barest cream you can possibly have. So I got this Vanicream, I was very excited, and I start applying it, to my eyes. But then I was thinking to myself, well, this is a giant container, right? So at the end of the day, sometimes I wash my face, and sometimes I just use my makeup remover towel, and I just like remove my makeup. But my face is getting a little bit drier as I get older. So I figure, I sit down, I keep this next to my bedside, and I do like a big old squirt, and I put it all over my face. Like I really lather it on, and then I can use the extra, like I go down my neck and my hands and my arms and sometimes like my feet or my legs. And I don't have to worry that like this body moisturizer is bad for my face. This face moisturizer is too expensive to put on my body. I don't have to worry about any of that because it's this big giant container. And like, it's like I've been using this every day really consistently. And it still feels, just as heavy as the day I got it. So what I've noticed is I probably got this container a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Number one, as you can tell, all of that dryness here, you can't even see anything was ever there, right? I have absolutely nothing on the tops of my eyes here, like no eyeshadow or anything. I might have gotten a little bit of the CC cream on it, but like I didn't apply anything. And so you can see that there's no dermatitis here at all. I'm gonna have to, well, that's concealer, sorry. There's no dermatitis, there's no nothing. And what I've also noticed is all these little wrinkles that I'm starting to get over here, they're way softer. They're way, way softer. They're way more moisturized. I can't, so like I I tend to look at my my mirror in my car because the sunlight coming into my car is really great light for like doing your eyebrows and stuff. And so, you know, and I'll check what I look like before I go into a student's house to teach or whatever, just to make sure I don't look ridiculous. And I'm noticing I can't see my wrinkles as much in that rear view mirror when I'm using this cream. After like a week, I noticed that everything was softening quite a bit. So I do have a big birthday coming up this year, and so I really enjoy continuing to not look my age. And so I want to continue doing that if at all possible. Not that the end all be all should be to, you know, look as young as possible and continuously just be a fetus in the public eye. But yeah, I do enjoy that some of these wrinkles are really going away. And I have a lot of like expensive eye creams. I use them pretty consistently, sometimes twice a day. And this works better for my skin than those eye creams have worked. I haven't really noticed a difference in the darkness under my eyes here, but honestly, nothing does anything for that. And I'm gonna do another updated 5-minute face video at some point because my routine has changed a little bit. I think the only thing that stays consistent every single time is my NYX eyebrow mascara in chocolate that I use every day. That I've been using every single day for the past like 10 years, but I think everything else has changed. So anyway, if you're looking for a moisturizer that is cheap and you can use it everywhere and it works and it helps get rid of those little flaky patches and all of that kind of stuff, then I would recommend the Vanicream. Again, nobody's paying me to say this. I just like this stuff and wanted to make a video and wanted to share. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if anybody has any questions, just put them down in the comment section below. Yeah, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.